I swear, every time I keep thinking I turn the Windows sounds off, and they're not off. Tell ya. Yeah, I'm eating some chicken and rice while I'm about to start playing this. Yeah, stream hasn't started yet. Outline settings for what? I have no idea what you could be referring to with that specifically. All right, what are the actual items that I have unlocked right now? Let me see here. Kind of gotta... I mean, this is certainly a build that I could continue to go with. Probably shouldn't. I sent a pic in Discord and Media Share? For what? Outline settings of what? Oh yeah, there's outline settings in this game. I forgot about that. I haven't actually... Picking the Discord Media Share. I mean, I guess I can go take a look. I technically, despite never actually going to the Discord, I am still technically in there. Second guy is messaging me something about Van Dyke's role in Mary Poppins. Yeah, no, you can't. No, that was a terrible accent. That was the worst accent. Can't defend that. Seriously. I have no idea where this is. Like I said, I never actually go on here. Ah, whatever. What's very useful? I don't know. I can't see it. I don't know where. Okay, I can see that absolutely. An outline for like the. Oh, I don't know where outline mode is on Dead Cells though. I've never actually used it before. Also, I feel like I can find those challenge drifts easy enough, right? Oh, what are we actually doing here? I mean, I think I need to have a shield. I think I can't just not have a shield. This is 4-cell. Options, accessibility. Ah, whatever, we'll do it later. So, what are we actually doing today? Like, what is... Does anybody have any 4-cell run they think I should be going for? I mean, we do have Mushroom Boys, then. I haven't really done anything with brutality, though, but I don't really have any particularly good items. I mean, yeah, I got stuff like Hayabusa Gauntlets, Torch, Pure Nail Bone. A lot of good stuff. Hey, thank you, McFaddy, for the 32 months. Damn, that is a long time. Welcome back to Dead Cells. I know I said that I wasn't going to be doing it on stream, but this is supposed to be a casual series of runs. And I don't want to do good videos. I don't want to do good videos. I only want to do bad videos. And people are going to have to deal with that. This is a new account? Oh yeah, I've been doing it for a little bit now. And see the name new save file. Mushroom Boy only. Well then I'm not doing the run now, am I? But yeah, this is 4-cell. Get the Sonic Crossbow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get the Sonic Cross. I don't even have the 5th boss cell unlocked. I'm gonna have to do that today. Have you made Matasha more of yet? No, I've actually been working on the Tunic stuff. God, there's a lot. Okay, so I have finished with I have finished the decoding it, but it's just, man, there's so much text in that game. There's so much text in that game, and so far none of it is helping me figure out what I need to do in the Ruined Atoll. So I guess I'm gonna have to go through all of the text in the game. Oh, we have everything unlocked in time for the new DLC. I mean, even if I don't, I do have, of course, just the other save file. You can just go right back to that one. The 10,000 runs in it and everything. But yeah. I mean, it's not like it'll be particularly difficult to go do that. All right, what are we actually doing here? What are we doing? Whip only. Yeah, I mean, I do have the stuff for like electric whip and whatnot, but like, I don't know. Dark Souls god like yourself doesn't need text to win. Yeah, but the point is that I'm gonna do the text. I mean, I've apparently become the LP person who does ciphers in games at this rate. It seems, given the amount of games that people are forcing me to play with them in. It's not even a cipher. It's just it's a wacky code. I mean, I don't know. It's just like, would that be considered too much of a spoil to just show you the stupid translation guide that I've made now? Whatever. I won't show it. Besides, it's not like the game's hard. It's just, you know, it's got a lot of text in it. A lot of text that you have to figure out phonetically, which I can't even figure out some of it. Not that I can't figure out what the words are supposed to represent. I just can't figure out what the word is supposed to be. Oh, what to do. I mean, even on 4-cell mode, like, Nutcracker will kind of carry you through pretty well. So will, like, Legendary Survival, but I've kind of already done that run. If I had Spite Sword, that would be the one to take here, because I do have, like, Face Flask and everything all ready to go. Suppose I also do have, like, Poyo Power and everything. Don't have a lot of good brutality weapons is the problem. I don't know. Somebody give me something. I'll just go for that. Just tell me what to do. I just want to go like normal mode because I just don't have enough things right now, and I don't want to. And like, if I'm gonna do the unlocking sort of stuff, I'm gonna do that on as like a regular video, like I did episode 4 there, because one person complained. Literally one guy complained. So I'm just like, fine, I'll redo the entire episode. And then I did. Do a tactics build? Yeah, I mean, I have good stuff for a tactics build, but like I do a lot of tactics builds, and also this is 4-cell mode without legendary, with like one thing. Yeah, I just do it in normal mode. Well, let's see. I guess start this one up then in 5, 4, 3, 2. 4 boss cells. Now, the first thing that I need to say before we even start this run is that you do not actually get the 5th boss cell from the Hand of the King. This is something that they do not tell you in the game ever, I think, until I guess you actually get it. So this one requires me to go to a little bit different boss, but since I don't have a lot of other types of builds unlocked, aside from the ones that you've already seen, we're just going to go on normal mode and see how this goes. I mean, I think that for the next episode, I'm going to be doing a little bit similar to the episode 4, where I end up trying to unlock a lot of weapons that I think would be good for various builds, especially to take on the final boss cell difficulty. But for right now, let's just see how this one goes. Look, this entire dumb idea that I had for a series was born out of the fact that I just wanted to do a bunch of casual runs on stream. So I'm not going to be too worried about trying to make this too professional of a semi-guide after all, right? Right, chat? Now the quick bow, I love quick bow. Quick bow's great, but no, I don't have quick bow. I mean, that is a decent weapon. There's a lot of individual. I think I might have Frantic Sword unlocked. You know, I'm thinking about that right now. Maybe what I'll do is I will try and get that in late game. Yeah, I grabbed that from a bat or something during one of the many runs that I have done thus far, and I am able to get, you know, one free sample version, colorless, from the first time that I unlock it. Maybe I'll just go grab that. We can kind of form a run around that sort of thing. Because after all, I do think Frantic Sword is one of the best weapons that you can use in the game. It, of course, is a risk-reward type of thing, but as long as... But it also gives such a huge damage up that, like... I think... good parry, by the way. Gives such a big damage up that I think it's still worth it regardless. Okay. Man, the Rampager is not attacking me as fast as I want him to. Don't worry. I'll be able to get it in the future here. Just gotta make sure it's like pretty much as soon as the yelling animation finishes, that's how you take them out. Ah, yes, those enemies, and of course the failed experiments are the ones that are really to watch out for. I mean, I guess aside from just Inquisitors, because, you know, you just can't get away from Inquisitors at this point in time. They're in every single area in the game. You cannot stop them. But, you know, hey, as long... If you fought the incomplete one, no, the Concierge, quite a few times, which, I mean, given that that's the easiest boss to go for, maybe. It's not too hard to kind of learn their pattern and be able to react to it. Still, though, their whole dodging ability and everything, which even works if they do stuff like try and parry them. Not when they're doing the jump. They can't dodge when jumping, but when they're on the ground, they try to punch you. Even if you parry them, they'll just dodge around that, which is kind of absurd when you think about it. But whatever. As it is, don't really need to worry too much about... Actually, why don't I do that one again? How goes the water drinking exercise? I've been doing a lot better with that as of late. I have been exercising just a lot more in general, and I've figured out like a whole sort of method of going kind of back and forth with trying to do a proper diet. As for water drinking, I never have an issue with water drinking. I said this before. Will you be your first Sona in a Sonic game and it can't be channel colors? Why wouldn't it be channel colors? Why can't it be channel colors? Whatever. Alright. Show us Legendary Flint? How, though? Soul Knight outfit looks so out of place. Still haven't ever actually played that game. I mean, we could just actually play a Sonic game. I do have Sonic Mania on you know, that's... I heard you got a job again? Yeah, last May. Almost a year ago at this point in time. All right. How are we doing this one? Also, something I didn't even realize, is this something that didn't even register in my mind, is this the point in time that enemies start to teleport to you? Because I don't even think I mentioned that. Whatever. Yeah, right now I'm alternating back and forth between eating healthy one day and then not eating healthy the next day. And I think that's kind of getting me geared up to actually make a little bit better change for that sort of thing. Whatever. All right. Yeah, we talked about me getting a job, and we also talked about the piss-based survival game. A themed survival game, of course. I'm surprised I knew nobody was going to watch that far in the episode. Because nobody said anything about it on the YouTube comments just yet. But, you know. To be expected, I suppose. All right. Okay. What to do? I was gonna, but I didn't have enough urgency. Yes. Urge is a stat in the game. Anyway. Man, okay, how are we starting this one out? What to do? I mean, damage over time again. It's like, is there any good like damage over time brutality build specifically that I could end up using? Yeah, nothing really scales with it aside from Firebrands, which is sort of the basic type of thing right now that I have. Hard Light Sword I've already kind of used. Yeah, Torch would be a good start. God, I do not know. I do not know what I want to do for a build this time. Let's just try that one out again in the same sort of way. All right. Okay. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2. 4-cell mode today. And the first thing that I want to say before we even start out this run is that you do not actually get the 5th boss cell from the Hand of the King. This is something the game does not tell you at all. No, you get it from a different boss, which I am going to end up unlocking today and hopefully beating. We'll see, because I do not have any plan for a new type of build because of the general lack of items that I currently have unlocked. I think that I'm going to try and get the Frantic Sword, maybe? I know I do have that in the collector, and you do get a free version of it when you first unlock it. And aside from that, I do have a bunch of decent brutality-based weapons unlocked for now. Maybe that's something I can do. I haven't really been using brutality an awful lot lately, and stuff like the Face Flask does have some synergy with like the revenge mutation, I suppose. No, but before I do anything else... Oh yeah, I've never even gone in here just yet, have I? Hey, that's the boss. Well, you also do need to have the homunculus rune to be able to get in here. A little bit tricky of a jump, but given that the homunculus rune doesn't end up with you getting hurt when it falls into the lava, it's fine. All right. Grab you, the cavern key, and let's get on with this. For boss cell mode, it has been changed up. Oh, and I suppose I can look up this too. For boss cell mode, it has been changed up an awful lot since the early versions of the game. Originally, I remember it was just a lot more enemies and, you know, a lot better like damage scaling on their attacks and everything. Then they changed it up to have malaise. In the lore, the sickness that caused all this in the first place, now an actual mechanic in the game. This time, though, not a thing here. But however, enemies teleport to you. Hey, remember that thing I was talking about, how there are specific enemies that will always be following you around and stuff like that? Well, now every enemy is going to do that. Forever. I mean, I guess not everyone. Projectile-based enemies will kind of stay where they are because them not being right next to you is actually more advantageous for them. Oh, this is... I remember when this was first introduced as a mechanic, too. It was really hard to get used to. These days, I know kind of how to exploit... Well, this would be an interesting run to do as well. Well, I know how to exploit enemies to attack them when they teleport to you and everything. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, it's easy, because you can still very easily get a lot of enemies teleporting to you. Okay, let's do it. Into the nice, way more modern type of room that you would see anywhere else in the game. Pick up the receiver and make you a believer. Wait, I think I said that when I unlocked this the first time, too, right? Stupid personal Jesus. It's a good song. Can't look at anything else, though. However, right in here, we got the Baseball Bat. And indeed, it is. Because this is, like, an absolutely amazing weapon. Now, specifically, you do want to use this with a survival run. Because this is much faster than most survival weapons. And it works pretty much the same way as the Nutcracker, but is much faster. It's like, what more do I need to say? I already talked about how great the Nutcracker is as a build. Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting start. Wow, I'm getting like just all the good rooms at the very beginning here, eh? I'll stick the bat in the backpack. I'll probably end up getting another one of those eventually, but yes. You know what I'm saying? The bat being survival does not make any sense at all. It's absolutely ridiculous. I do not know. That's probably going to be something that changes. Well, the other thing, of course, is that you do have these failed experiments. If you have fought the concierge a lot, you probably know all of their moves. Talked about them a little bit in the farming episode. They're still annoying. And now that they can, you know, and now that everything teleports to you and everything, that's only that much better. Oh, I do not like this. I'm going to throw this down over here to destroy the other turret. Use some pro-level strats, and then... Okay. Oh, I do not want to die in the first area to a curse. How embarrassing would that be? Very, very embarrassing. Okay. But yeah, I've talked about how great the Nutcracker build is. The bat is just like a straight upgrade to it in every single way. It's like that's your high tier version of the Nutcracker build, of which I would say you could still use the Nutcracker build even at this point in time, and it would still be pretty good. In fact, I was thinking about doing that for this episode, but then I decided, we haven't really done too much brutality, so let's at least try that out. Now, of course, I'm going to require some sort of rooting or whatever, something. But that's really not that difficult to get. There are plenty of things to do it. Yep, there we go. Okay. Good start. Okay, I like this already for the inaugural sort of, at least the inaugural on stream here, sort of 4-cell run. I'm feeling good. We'll see how it goes in the future, though, given that, I still do have to take a very particular route in this run. One that I would say, especially given that I have very few upgrades for the Forge, might be an issue. We'll see how it goes. Getting a little bit of healing, too, also just nice by itself. All right, okay. Place your bets on the nerfs. The Bat and Foresight. We haven't even gotten that one just yet. Oh, I'm sure that's probably going to be coming up. In fact, if I just restarted in this first area a couple more times to get some more of the crossover weapons, we could have a pretty easy time in these upcoming areas. The crossover weapons are, well, you saw Poyo Power. It's like, what more do I really need to say here? Hell, even the Pier Nail is actually... Pier Nail is like one of the lesser weapons, and it's still great. You can also start to really see the huge amount of elites that they start throwing at you on high cell difficulty. I think this is, what, the third one that I fought now? Ugh. Only gets worse from there, of course. But don't have to worry about that yet. Soon, but not yet. No, the teleporting enemies, it's like teleporting enemies do take a brief moment to, well, teleport to you. And then more than that, they also take a brief moment to actually... start up attacking you. So that is a good time to try and... Ooh, I kind of like that. It's not going to be better than the Panchaku. Panchaku's like S rank right now. That's, needless to say, pretty good. Oh, Bat plus Cudgel. Cudgel is one of the few shields that I actually do have unlocked here. Maybe I should go try to grab that with the Bat and then just that's the run. Maybe Frantic Sword, though. I like Frantic Sword. It's a real risky weapon. You got to be down half health to actually use it properly, which is to say, get its critical condition. But that's easy enough to do. In this mode? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, nice. Okay. Plenty of healing items, at least. But, the other thing here that I was talking about, too. Do have to take something of a particular route in this one. Oh, well, at least this has been an absolutely fantastic beginning. I'm pretty happy with how this is going right now. In fact, I think I got the cash money to be able to go up and maybe grab the map. I generally don't use it because, usually I'm going for a largely full clear anyway, but let's grab it this time. Why not? It's not like I'm going to be using the Tesla coil too much after all. Kind of a not scaling with the proper stats sort of makes it not as great. Frantic Sword with 3x speed mutation is godly. I mean, I think Frantic Sword just is overall good. Overall, it is a good weapon. It's good to use. I don't know if it's still the case, but I think that previously speedrunners were using that and everything, so it is kind of, it does feel like it's probably worth taking. Here, let's take a look. What else do I have? Yep, I do indeed have the Frantic Sword. Do I lock the blue dangerously? Not really, because... Oh, actually, speaking of which, I totally forgot to go get a mutation right at the beginning of the game that probably would have made this a little bit easier. Just a little bit, though. Dang. Frenzy, Adrenaline, decent. Predator. I know everybody loves Predator. I never feel like I get enough use out of it. Maybe I'll go and take it for this one. This feels like a decent time to try it out. Nah, Vengeance. Face Flask. Hurts you. Dealing low damage to yourself is absurd. I guess it also gives you a little bit of damage reduction, and you do get the affixes to maybe enable some synergies, of which I guess I do have that right now with the Panchaku and the Face Flask. But, really, with this mutation, that's, plus 65% damage, minus 30% damage taken. Given that I'm already pretty high up in difficulty right now, I do think that'll be pretty good. Wow, arrow stuck an enemy when I slam this flask on my face? Great. Let's get out of here. I love Predator, but Alien is even better. I'll be honest, it's just like I don't even remember. I don't even know if I've ever seen a Predator movie, and it's been so many years since I've seen Alien. But, you know, there are so many. I mean, we even just had the Dead Space remake coming out. That is, there are so many video games based around the, that sort of like alien aesthetic. You know what? Here, just pop that one right now. What do we got? What do we got? Anything cool? Nothing of particular interest, but this should make this a little bit easier getting through here. Duel like heaven. I mean, it's hard to tell when you want to use the map because, of course, on this difficulty, you really want to fill up every one of your slots with something that's going to give you some kind of synergy. Ooh, okay, I'm glad I didn't get hit by that Rampager. I think the Rampager actually ran past me, which is kind of funny. Oh, great one here. But hey, that's where the Pan's ability to reflect back bomb projectiles, of which the worms are considered to be exploding into bomb projectiles, comes in handy. That's not... Nunchuck is just a great weapon. Of course, this is also an S rank one, best in slot sort of thing. Best in slot, is that really the word I wanted to use? The best that I can get right now. And, you know, it does critical damage when an enemy is facing you, which, you know, I'm sure you probably know. Most enemies need to face you to be able to attack you. Meaning that you generally get a lot of good use out of that. Oh, there's actually a fun thing. Eggs that the zombies throw are also considered projectiles, and when you reflect them back, whether it's by parry, usually is what you do, or hitting them with a pan, you do get friendly biters from that rather than the hostile ones. Now, how often is that really going to come up in game? Now, how often is that even going to be useful in gameplay? Yeah, almost never, but hey, it's something. It is something you can do. Bat can do that too. They need to be in the air. Really, I did not even know that. Wow, that bat has so much utility. What an incredibly good weapon. It's just a big stick. It's not even the weapon that is considered to be a big stick, but it's actually almost better than that. How about that? Anyway, and we also got you. Hey. Indeed. And nothing. Well, money. I mean, this is of course the point in time where healing is gonna start getting real tricky. That whole thing that I was doing with the lifesteal affix, I think on this mode, when I actually like straight up am not going to get any free flasks. Oh no, if you want them, you gotta pay for them in food shops, which is one of the things why I was saying food shops, good. Go to food shops, try to prioritize getting into areas with food shops. It's like, this is when it's really gonna start to count. Like, geez. I know that a lot of people have probably dropped this game purely because healing becomes so rough and you take so much damage on top of that. It's extremely difficult, but I've already talked about, you know, this game being super out of whack in terms of difficulty, and I still hold to that, especially as we're starting to see that firsthand, you know? Exploding bats. Watch out. They're not great. Oh, or hear me out, don't get hit. Yeah, just don't get hit, forehead. Don't accidentally pick up the large piece of cheese. That is exactly what I want to see, considering I've been stacking entirely, like literally entirely into brutality this entire time. It's a good thing that I haven't been getting hit over the course of this run, but like, geez. You guys are supposed to be Boba Fett or something? No, he's Knight. Can you not tell? Yeah, since I'm playing on normal mode right now for reasons that I just realized. Poggers. Sorry, Vat, you gotta go. We got a new sheriff in town, and it's called Fast Sword that has lifesteal on it. Anyway. You saw how much use I got out of that last time, what with the torch and the beer nail and everything. How can I resist? It's very good. Lifesteal's very good. Risky. Oh, yes, absolutely. But, I mean, I feel confident enough in my ability to play the game to not die. At least to foolishly overusing a lifesteal-based weapon. Now, I can't really say... I mean, look, you can also just make absolutely sure, especially as enemies start teleporting to you, that does mean that it is a little bit easier to try and bait them into areas where you can take them out safely. Still, I don't. What? Maybe that's a bit presumptuous to say that. Oh yeah, everybody should be using this weapon. And by a little bit, I mean extremely presumptuous. Ah well. Oh, all right. Oh, the buff is starved. Yeah. I mean, one moment here. By the way, also with the Face Flask, you don't lose your kill count. And I think you also don't lose stuff like perfect boss fights and everything, too. So, one of the fewest ways you can take damage doing, while, not dying to curses, not losing your kill count, all that sort of stuff. I think, like, the only other place that you can take damage without dying to curse is the darkness mechanic in the Forgotten Sepulchre. Which, I mean, well, I don't know if I would recommend doing that. It's just, hey, good news, you can go to the Sepulchre while being cursed and not die in one very, very incredibly particular case. Hooray! I know, we're all very, very happy to hear that. All right. Oh, well, we do got a new area, the Corrupted Prison. Now that I got the ability to climb on walls, that does introduce an entire world of two new areas that are sort of like bonus areas you can go to that are extra difficult, but do contain a guaranteed cursed chest at the beginning. It's just been a really good run. I don't want to go in the Corrupted Prison. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't want to go into the Corrupted Prison. I already got an extra stat. I already got a cursed chest. No. You know what? No. Everybody telling me to do it. No. I vividly remember you saying that you were going to do a Monster Girl waifu tier list last stream. Yeah, I did. I also talked about a urine-based survival game. Nobody talked about that in the... Nobody talked about that in the comments for that video. I wonder why. Anyway. Because nobody got to that point in the video. It was right at the end. Oh, my God. It was right at the end, but in a way that I made sure that it wasn't during the final boss, which people might actually watch. Okay, get that parry in there and get out of here. Surprisingly good in terms of not taking damage. I'm not going to the Corrupted Prison. That place is a nightmare. You're in a based survival game? Yes. That's why I just got the based ball bat. Oh, boy. Let's see what we got in here. Coward? Fair enough. I'll take it. I'm not going to disagree with you on that point, but I am going to say that my decision was still correct. I'd rather be cowardly and alive than brave and dead. 145 cells in these first two areas. Good stuff. Good luck not dying when trying to get those, though, as we kind of talked about before. Baylor's a good weapon, but, like, I don't... What do I want? What do we got here? Midas Blood is a pretty good mutation. That's the sort of thing that will, if you are getting hit a lot, at least pay for not only equipment upgrades, but also healing later on. Now, you do have to actually survive to get that healing later on, but it will pay for it. Fire Grenade's a pretty, I'll take Fire Grenade, sure. That's actually like a pretty decent sort of weapon. Better than the Face Flask or the Sinew Slicer? Like an S-rank Sinew Slicer? No. But I will end up probably using that later. So I'll sell that one. What else? I do like Corrupted Power. I don't know if... It's just that... It's not even so much... Like the 30% extra damage, you already take so much damage on this mode that it's fine. Like 30% almost feels like a drop in the bucket. Like, oh, I'm going to get down to the one hit point, 1 HP protection state. And then if I take 30% extra damage, I'm also going to get down to the 1 HP hit protection state, What doesn't kill me, I always feel like I never get enough use out of that. Because, like, yeah, good weapon, or good mutation. However, one of the issues comes in with the fact that it doesn't count for projectiles, only for melee attacks. And, it only counts once per enemy, or is like once every 30 seconds, something like that. Because I've seen him do multiple times against bosses. Extended healing, also a good way to get more bang for your flask. Frenzy, Adrenaline, good stuff. Not really what I'm looking for. Frontline shield, I mean, hey, it's... the tears of the community are engraved upon the inside of the shield. What? What is... I don't even know what that's a reference to. What else do I have? This brutality scaling. I know. Let's just here. I'll just save this for the forge. We still got forge after all, and I'll take you. Oh. Okay, I thought that we were going to see the bank here, and I was going to be, and I was already preempting my no, we're not doing the bank shtick. Ooh, forge upgrade. Yep, already ahead of you. Nerves of Steel run. I do like Nerves of Steel, but I don't even have like the mutation that gives you double ammunition. Used to be something unlocked from the very beginning. I don't know where it is now. I don't know where you find it, so can't really. Oh my god. You know what? Slam this thing in my face. Man, Face Flask used to be like absolutely ultra super S tier back when it was able to also give you like a small amount of healing. Now, it was only rally healing. However, in late game, that would still equate pretty much to healing just because your attack tends to be so high. And is this where you find... Yep. Back down into ye old area where you get the Alchemic Carbine. You'd rather the ancient sewers than the prison? I mean, I gotta go over here because I have to fight the Conjunctivius because that's the only way that I can get into the next area that I need to get into. Blueprint hunting runs next? That is what I'm thinking. And it's probably going to be like, I'll go through each area and systematically say, okay, so here's all the blueprints you get in this area. You know, like slowly go through the game telling you, here's all the blueprints you get in the prisoner's cells. Here's all the blueprints you get in the promenade. And maybe do like only half the game or so because that's going to be so long. There are, of course, like well over 100 weapons or something in this game at this point in time. Okay, let's go do this, dude. At least for the money. And also for a little bit of extra hurt. Yes, that's where I gotta go. Have not been there in this save file just yet. All right, let's do it. Yeah, I am taking a shockingly small amount of damage over the course of this run here. You know what? As much as I do want to keep my my maximum damage as possible, I am actually going to take this just for the extra health. My health has been disconcertingly low over the course of this run. And it's been working. Absolutely. But I don't know for how much longer. A lot of good stuff. Oh, if only the Hokuto's bow still scaled with the... If only Hokuto's bow still scaled with brutality. Now those are the days. You know, it already buffs up damage over time. And being with the damage over time build, boy, it was great. But now we're just going for fast physical attacking as well as like retaliatory attacking. So we're talking like almost a rally-based build, but also not really. I didn't need to do that. But hey, I hit myself in the face fast enough. Yeah, hit myself in the face fast enough that I think I actually got the damage reduction for when I was punched by the failed experiment. So I'll take it. Whatever works, whatever works. There's also a good example of how wall running is just so very good. You know, a lot of the various runes that you get in this game are mostly just keys to unlock like little areas here and there. Wall running, on the other hand, is absolutely fantastic. It is like such a game changer. And it really does change how you play the game. No, the word I use was correct. Words have meaning, and I should just use the correct one. Yeah, and Game Changer was the correct one. Hokuto Carbine was a different era. I don't know. Did you see the farming video? I still hold that was the damage there is pretty good. This is not great. On the other hand, although, oh, what do we got here? Ooh, that is a spicy sort of item, but I really don't want to give up. Really don't want to give up what I got right now. It's just this run is going too well. Ponchak is doing great. It's like, no, it's not a free win. I do not like look. Yes, you do great damage. Like heavy crossbow is a heavy crossbow for good reason. It does great damage and everything. But good God, it's going to put me at a lot of risk given that the boss that I'm going to want to go to right now is very much one that you want to have a shield for. They're kind of hard countered by the shield. Oof, oofa doofa there. So even though, yes, of course, I could probably make a great case for taking that because it is that good and everything. It also is slow and does put you in danger of getting attacked a little bit more. Honestly, not too much because, oh, just do that. Like, here's the thing. I actually hit the face flask there for the poison cloud. Poison still takes out very low health enemies like that very easily. Hey, lightning rods. You had your time in the sun. Get out of here. Also, you're not scaling with brutality, so, you know, get out of here. Never change mid-run. No, do change mid-run. Yeah, like, did you see when I got the like, absolutely the... Hey, by the way, what was this here? Poison... it doesn't matter. I don't think that matters. Especially because the Conjunctivius... turrets usually ignore the Conjunctivius. It's sort of annoying. Well, whatever. Yeah, I was saying, though... It's like, I absolutely changed mid-run. Did you see, like, the hard light gun and hard light sword last time? It's like, that was an amazing weapon. An extremely, extremely good one. Now, don't even. Okay. Oh, what was exploding? The bombs from the worms can really sneak up on you. It's very annoying. We'll take that. Give me a few extra cells and everything. Slam myself right in the face for good measure. And what was this here? No. Good if I was doing a tactics run, and even then that would be extraordinarily risky. However, I don't know. Highly situational. What, like the hard light gun? I feel like if you get a legendary version of that, that's worth taking. 100%. The hard light gun is a little bit difficult to use otherwise, but when you get that many advantages, did you see the advantages it gave you? I'm just saying. Let's just kind of keep getting out of the area where I'm going to be getting hit by enemies. Let my turret do the work, because like I said, turrets are great. And grab that. Look at those pro-level video game plays. Anyway. Do need to go back and get that scroll, though. Just kind of hard to get back through there, of course. Oh, no switching up weapon styles mid-run? No, I think you absolutely should switch up weapon styles mid-run. If you have something that works better with your build, even if it's like a weapon that you are not often using, as long as it works, I mean, you know, like a colorless weapon, like a legendary one, I think you should take it. It's just like I said, it's all dependent on, one, does it actually scale with your stats? And two, does it work better with your build than your current weapon? Because, oh, sure, I'd love to just take the Panchaku with me, but I still am planning to switch that out for something else. Probably soon. This is about the point in time that even like a level 1 S rank thing is going to start to go down in usefulness. So I would... Best switch is double boomerang. Yeah, that one did work out. Did you see that run as well? Okay, I got 2. What do you got? It's not even upgraded once. I'm not going to take it. Look, we all love baseball bat. Maybe I'll take that out for a spin in the next run or something. Go take it survival and everything to have the proper true, extremely good build. Still, though, this one went fairly decent. I am getting hit surprisingly little in this run. Dagger Prophet. Actually, that is something that I was thinking about. I want to go get the Money Shooter. Money Shooter is probably, you know, I was talking about like how good the Electric Whip is. Money Shooter is probably the best. The old pay-to-win item for main hand type of tactics. At least that's been my experience. They haven't tried to, you know, change that one up just yet. Lucky I got a legendary Money Shooter. I don't even know what a legendary one of those does. Money Shooter has extremely high damage, even though you do have to pay to use it. But still, throwing a hunk of gold at enemies is very high damage. It's very quick. And, you know, especially if you are using something like the thing I'm using right now, the you get hit into damage, the Midas Blood. It's really good stuff. Pierces all enemies and per kill give 150 gold. Huh. Interesting. Well, that'll be one to grab later. For right now, though, let's get in here. Got 260 cells. I think I'm just going to go for the thing again. As I was doing before. What to do, what to take. I mean, combo could... You know, the individual tentacles in the Conjunctivius battle should activate that. Yeah, but is it really that important? I'd rather have something defensive. Like, this is not ideal, but it would give me 10% extra health. Is that enough, though? I don't even know if that's enough to actually be useful. I need to unlock more things. Hey, yeah, did you have anything else like colorless that would be good to unlock for mutations? I mean, Masochist? Nah, Masochist is not... Well, Masochist could be useful for the upcoming fight. Nah. Big damage. Whatever. Got any good mutation you can unlock right now? Unfortunately, doesn't seem like it. Combo will at least work here. The real moneymaker, though, is obviously the Vengeance, because that, you know, of course, works with the Face Flask. It synergizes really well with the Face Flask for both defense and offense. All right. Hello. Okay, now, unfortunately, as you can probably tell, this does not have a face, because the face is facing the camera. So the Panchaku's not going to be able to get criticals here. Hello, it is I. Okay. Here. Get that parry in. Get a couple hits in there, and I guess do this. Why not? This might be a little bit of a slow fight, but slow fight's better than I die. You know. I'll still end up taking like a little bit of damage due to the Face Flask, but also who cares? It's fine. Alright, watch out for those sweeping tentacles. These tentacles do have faces, though. Of course. Of course they do. Like, they got the, you know, the face in the direction that the suckers are, which is, of course, the front of the tentacle, right? That's the tentacle that always stays in front of everything, right? Why am I complaining about this? Hi. A little bit slow, but I'm already feeling pretty all right with how this is going. Now you're going to do a dash. Let's get that. Yeah, let's try not to be too risky here. There we go. I am being very cautious in this. Okay. Conductivious. I do appreciate the fact you are actually getting next to me. Usually it's a little bit hard to do. Of course, usually it's a little bit hard, of course, to do a melee battle against Conjunctivius. Range stuff works a lot better. However, this is going well enough. Certainly. Come on now. Slowly but surely. And coming from over here, and we're done. Oh, thanks. That was a good hit. Yeah? No. Yeah. Will you just dash over here? I swear to God. Now I might actually hit the. There we go. Come on. Oh my God. There we go. Jeez. Really, really. Whew. Oh boy, and everybody's favorite weapon, the Cursed Sword. Well, I did manage to not take a whole ton of damage there. Was that a perfect? Maybe? I don't know. Multiple Nox bows are pretty good. I did take an awful lot of damage to the Face Flask, but I think otherwise it was good. Alright. Yeah, I was really thinking I was about to hit the I was taking long enough that I was thinking I was about to hit the bullet hell attack. All right, Graveyard. Here we go. Let's do it. Here we go. Does Face Flask negate perfects? No, it shouldn't. Doesn't cancel out your kill count. Yeah, there you go. I did it, everybody. I did a perfect against this character. That's not easy to do. Ooh. What's this? Notices pretty good item. Bone! Nice fast attacking weapon. And gets a good hit around. I'm going to take that. A cool Chivos. Not that it really matters. Legendary Mushroom Boy, you say. I do already like the Mushroom Boy quite a bit. So absolutely, I'll take that. There we go. All right. I mean, this is normally, of course, a survival-based item. That should be enough to get to maxing that out. Excellent. And we'll get a few more in there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can probably tell what the Cursed Sword is. It's not a good weapon. For obvious reasons. Like, what more do I even need to really say here? All right, there's the bank. No. I actually do need to go to the graveyard. I literally cannot go to the bank. The point is that I need to get to the graveyard. Go to the bank, or the next stream will be the Monster Girl waifu tier list. I mean, I'm sure I could probably go. We could literally do that after this stream if you want to. I'm not going to include it in the VOD. I mean, I'm not going to include it, like, you know, as part of the Dead Cells. Part of the Dead Cells thing. But yeah, third hit on the combo has you spinning around as you do during the, what is it, switch attack when using the basic bone weapon in Skull. Which I hardly ever use the actual, like, starting bone weapon in that game. But it does critical damage then, too. It's good stuff. Oh, yeah, take out Mushroom Boy. Get Mushroom Boy in on the fun. Also, something that I don't know if I've talked about before, but all of your, like, assistant animals, if they are a friendly version of a normally hostile enemy, have a little red bow on them to show that they're friendly. I always like that touch. It's very cute. The biters do that too. The biters do that too. That was embarrassing. And Mushroom Boy here. All right. Okay. I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally explode Mushroom Boy. Mushroom Boy can be used as a bomb, which I think I've never actually intentionally done. All right. So let's talk about the graveyard here. Graveyard is largely, you know, a lot of enemies you've seen before. It's got sort of an interesting layout, a difference between an above ground and underground section, which is sort of what you're seeing here, while outside is the above ground section. But it does also contain one of the most obnoxious enemies to fight if you have a curse in particular. The flying biter summoning zombies. I can't remember what they're actually called. They're terrible. They are truly a heinous monstrous blight on society. Sure, it's still this is like pretty much the exact same thing, and electrocutes enemies is better than what I have. I'll take that. They summon flying biters. The flying biters have electricity in between them, and then of course, if they teleport to you, then they fly directly into your face and hit you with that electricity real easy. Observe here. That's annoying. Now you can kind of like temporarily cancel it out if you destroy one of the biters, but you also permanently cancel it out if you know, kill the main zombie. That's the major new enemy here more than anything else. They're really obnoxious. Well, I'm actually not quite sure. Have we seen... I mean, obviously we've seen like cannibals. Have we seen the, what are those guys? Catchers? Sort of like the, Hunter's Copes type of enemy from the Darkened Souls. That's not bad. I don't really want it, though. From the Darkened Souls 2. They grab you with the Timekeeper style hook, and then you can roll out of it, but it's sort of hard to. You gotta be very quick because they also have a big hit that follows that up. Mushroom Boy, as you can see, very good autonomous sort of partner to have here. Okay, Maskers and Blowgunners. God, I tried to do that on 2-cell mode, and what a nightmare that was. I couldn't even get past the mini-boss at the beginning, the giant tick. Terrible. You're going to see like a nice high-level version of ye old Bone is doing quite good right now. This is also another area that in one of the cell doors has a food shop. Keep that in mind because everything except for... I'll do that later. Everything except for the Slumbering Sanctuary has a food shop in it somewhere, and it's ridiculous. It's like, they really don't want you going to that area. Well, anyway. Is easiest route sewers, prison sewers is also the most... Is that really the easiest route? I don't know. I always feel like Promenade is the... Promenade into, like, Ossuary is the easiest route for me. Sure, the prison depths are annoying, but I feel like I can deal with that much easier. There's a good reason why I didn't go to the corrupted prison this time. Let's just say that right now. 5 boss cell Promenade is hard as stage 2. It has a very consistent layout, you know, with the actually very similar to the graveyard, where you have like the upper area and lower area, and as long as you stick to the upper area, you can get through it pretty easily if you don't want to put yourself at too much risk. It also, you know, gives you... Oh, what do we got here? What is the legendary version of this item? it's something that you can plan out so that it's just like, you know, you got like a big area to dodge around in up top, and if you don't want to go down below, you don't need to. I don't know, maybe it's just that the fact that the promenade has been in the game since literally the earliest days that I'm just so used to it that it's, I don't know. Bleed propagation. I really do need a shield though. I'm getting a lot of legendary items this run. Really do need a shield, and I like the bone too much. Can't get rid of the bone. Bone's too good. I've entered the bone zone. I can't stop. I mean, look at the damage I'm getting off of this thing alone. It's great. All right, well, one of the other things that I want to unlock in here is another blueprint, and to do that, I need to find a wall rune. And that wall rune can be literally anywhere in the level, which is a lot of fun. So keep your eyes open. I don't like the phrase, keep your eyes peeled. Oh, there we are. No mercy. Kills enemies automatically when they're at 15% health. Good for damage over time runs, especially. Lessened on bosses, though. When it wasn't lessened on bosses, though, it was pretty good. Still, hey, here we go. What is that, the neon outfit? Yep. Seen that one plenty of times. It's a good one. Promenade is probably the easiest level in the game, aside from the first. I mean, it's the first one is, of course, you know, intended to be quite easy. All right, I have almost 40k gold. I'm just going to buy this for right now. Get that health up a little. I haven't even... Well, I've been doing surprisingly good this run. I feel like this this new save file thing has really somehow, like, reinvigorated my ability to play this video game or something. I'm not going to be taking the curse chest in this area. By the way, there's a curse chest in this area. Ow. I'm going to go parry there. And take them down, baby. But, still, though. Damn it. Yeah, I don't want to... Oh, wait. Blueprint on the left. Wait, what? Outline accessibility. Yeah, we were talking about outline accessibility. Hey, there it is. Never mind, then. Now what, everybody? Yeah, I was also 58 kills in. I know. I feel like you just expect that at that point in time. Here. All right, it's the Ripper blueprint. Did I miss one? Was there a blueprint that dropped that I just totally missed? Upper left on the top floor. Let me see here, because I definitely didn't see... oh, yes! Oh, yeah, right! Up here, you're right. You're totally right. I forgot about this. You got this right here. But then if you... Oh, no, there's actually nothing here. Did they change that? There used to be a blueprint, but I thought... No. No. I'm thinking of the promenade where you can go up even higher. Too short. No. There's also just nothing up there. You can see it, like, right here. You can see that there's a... Whatever. Let's go into the Architect's Key here. And get me good old merchandise categories. And then I'll also jump up here. Because there's a second one. Merchandise categories allows you to really customize the shops to be just extremely good. It's very helpful for high sell difficulties, especially. Do make sure you grab that. Parting gift, a little bit less impressive, but can be useful in its own ways. Still, though, I do think that really trying to get that merchandise categories, really, it's great. It's fantastic. It's good. All right. What's even the point of graveyard if you don't take 3 curses? They have evened out. Always a cool statue. They have evened out the amount. Here it is, everybody. They've evened out the amount of stats you get in between each area. We won't go here yet. But hey, at least I have that unlocked now, and that means that I can also go into it from other cell doors in other areas. You have to, at least the first time you're doing this, go in through there. All right. Is there anything else? 19 on main is pretty good. It's not bad. That's why I'm not too worried about... I mean, I did get a curse chest in the first area. And since that was the first area, I thought, you know, hey, that's a good time to take it. Worst comes to worst, we redo one area. You know? All right. Got a big hunk of cheese there. Okay. Let's at least take a look around for the rest of this. I do believe there is also a cell door in here. That might be 2 or 3. I think it's 3 because 2 is the food shop. You know, a little bit of extra cells will never hurt nobody. I mean, it could hurt me actually quite a bit, thinking about it now, if I get hit in this area. There we are. But otherwise, the act of collecting the cells will not hurt me. All right. There used to be like some sort of blueprint up there, but I forgot what it was, though. I think that's something they changed or something at some point in time. I could not tell you when. As always, this is an evolving game. It's always changing. You know how that goes. All right, I got another face flask. Still got the toxic cloud. Still got the electrocutes, which is kind of what I'm looking for with this, and 1% more damage reduction. Wow, that might save me like 3 hit points. Wow. Okay, that's not really. Yeah. Anyway, parting gift with Hokuto, since the bomb goes off right after the debuff spreads. You know, I guess not really it. It does have its own uses, of course. Absolutely. I think about stuff like the fan item, which I have yet to get, where it's like you can hit it into enemies and stuff like that, which is pretty fun. There's the cursed chest. All right. You know, I got the blueprints and everything. Let's just book it on out of here. But more often than not, I feel like there's better choices, and usually just take the most defensive stuff possible, of course. All right, Mushroom Boy, don't fall in the lava again. I've been doing that way too much lately. Cavern! This place is rough. This is a roughin'. All right, but maybe I'll be able to do it anyway. I don't know. This is the hope that I have now. Frantic sword, but I still really like the bone. I like that bone, though. No Mercy, though, is pretty good. I might take that. What was the other thing I got? Merchandise categories, of course, right on top here. It's quite a few, but I can always just, you know, grind out more cells if I absolutely need to. I hopefully shouldn't. Well, let's get on with it. Don't even want to bother trying to get some of the secret outfits or something in here. Play on mostly tactics, so defense is pointless. There is one, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's when defense becomes that much more important. But still. Ooh, hard to say. All right, well, let's see how this goes. I feel like I can do it. I feel good about how this is going thus far. I didn't even have to go buy a potion charge. I feel, and Cavern, despite being quite difficult, a paradoxical place where ice and fire coexist, but it does also have some pretty high tier sort of items in it, especially when you're getting on like a nightmare mode, especially when your nightmare comes to life. What blueprints are there in the cavern? You get like what the boy's axe, I think. You get the there's the festive outfit javelin. Anything else unique to only this area? The Inquisitors have stuff, don't they? They only appear in. They have been locked in here since time immemorial. These guys. All right, do you like the Inquisitors? Well, these are called the Arbiters. I call them Inquisitors. They're better. They're just better versions of the. They're just better versions of the Inquisitors. It's a lot of fun. That's one of the many things. Skeleton also has some, don't they? Anyway, there's the Ground Shakers, which drop an axe weapon, like I was talking about, and then just a lot of terrible enemies. And also a very large area too. Ice armor. Okay. I like ice armor. These guys are called skeletons. They are skeletons. Demons, though, appear in other places. We'll get to, like, the blueprint runs where I go through every single area soon enough. Oh, also take out Mushroom Boy. Yeah. That's annoying, though. This is the point in time that I might actually switch out stuff for masochism, because I do believe that those falling crystals there are considered to be, like, a trap damage. Oh, yeah, I also got you guys here. Slammers. Everybody's favorite. No parrying those. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mushroom Boy. All right. Holy. The Garland key, which I might get if I can. Good parry. Okay. This is definitely a point in time that I might end up Doing quite a few flasks to the face. Burb. There it is, everybody. It really here. All right. Well, let's keep going. No, a garland is found in this level. You also get stuff like this, which is always fun. Usually an extraordinarily situational sort of way to kill enemies, and often it ends up hitting you more, but hey, it's still fun. Got him. Can't teleport fast enough, can you? All right. If I can find it, if I keep my eyes out for it, we'll end up using that garland key. Oh boy. Roll backwards. I do also like that I, of course, have an arbiter here attacking me as well. Hey, there's ice armor. Nice. That's a good item. That's also a lot of extra health. See, that's what I'm talking about with this stuff being that much more powerful around here. Oh, you do have something, though. Okay, and this is, yeah, just parry that to try and get rid of it ASAP. The retaliatory bomb when they drop their own parting gift, if you will. Kind of strange to think that those guys aren't what drops the parting gift blueprint, considering that's exactly how that blueprint mutation works. Or that mutation works, not the blueprint mutation. Ugh. All right. And also these guys, just for extra irritation at the same time, too. These demons can see you from kind of far away, which is what makes them sort of annoying. Also a good reason why I have a shield again right now, because being able to counter them is sometimes the easiest way to do that is hitting back their projectiles with a shield. They do 2 projectiles at once, so it's one of those things where it is kind of extra effective if you have a shield. Yep, and here's where this comes in. Teleporting enemies. Ground shakers you usually can just kind of run away from. Not so much here when you got the teleportation stuff going on. It's absurd. The amount of difficulty you get out of this at high cells where it's like, yeah, now enemies just teleport to you. You know what? Forget about this whole thing where you don't have to fight every enemy in the area. Now you do. Have fun, idiot. Okay. Good, good. All right. Little knight hugging the wall. Looks very cute. Looks silly. Anyway. 1 scrolls. We did it, everybody. 30 by end game is sort of like ideal by the time you get to 4 boss cell. Of course, I haven't been taking a lot of the... good roll. Oh, curse chest that I possibly could. Yeesh. For obvious reasons. These curse chests are hard to deal with. Yeah, that's the obvious reason. Take that. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, scroll fragment over here. I better go get that. Mushroom Boy does extra damage when hitting enemies into walls, which is good. Which I do quite appreciate. One of the many charm points of my little boy mushroom. Alright, yeah. Okay, those jumpers, last few runs. I mean, yeah, the slammers, the birds, and the skeletons, the jumping guys, are completely immune to stunning. So, you know, crowd control doesn't really work on them as effectively. Pretty annoying to deal. Hey, what you got? Flying alcoholic. Okay, great. All right. There's the mausoleum. That's not where I want to go. That's not the canonical ending to this area. Although it is one way you can kind of book out of if you need to. Floor rooms. Looking at them crystals. Smelly crystals. Be the cause of the malaise. That I have my doubts. Okay, you know, as far as the many theories on where the malaise comes from that the game posits, I don't know about that one. But I mean, I guess I'm also not going to say no either. It's like, I don't necessarily know for sure. Also, weight bomb. Yeah, Hive Loose Gauntlets. As much as I do like that as a weapon, we're not using that one right now. It's bone time, baby. When I use the bone. Push Mushroom Boy in D tier? What? Why'd you throw the D tier for the Mushroom Boy? What's wrong with Mushroom Boy? I mean, yeah, it does sort of like ruin some... Mushroom Boy will hit enemies out of your range, but that's like the worst thing I can think about this. That's otherwise, you know, as good as a turret in a lot of ways that follows you around. Oof. That's a spicy combination of effects that this creature has. Please stop doing that. Okay, okay. Tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, I wasn't able to avoid getting hit by that. Oh, well, such is the way it goes. Owl Best Boy? Yeah, but Owl also disappears if you get hit. By the way, here's where the Garland key is. There it is. I saw that. See, I told you. Just gotta look around. Just gotta keep those eyes open, and I still don't like the phrase peeled. It's gross to think that, yeah, like not having eyelids on your eyes. There's also, yeah, something else I could do down here, but I'm not because I don't want to lose any more health. And I think that just goes without saying. Do it, no. This is the point in time when we take things carefully and cautiously. We don't just run in and do things. Mushroom Boy is mostly for survival? Yeah, it's an autonomous turret that you use with a survival run. What's not to like? You still have all your flask charges. Yeah? Do I now? It was worth it. Anyway. No, I don't want to. We'll get it later. I could have easily just gotten that health back by using the balance blade that I have had in my backpack this entire time. But it was worth it to spite chat. It's always worth it to spite chat, as you know. I don't even want to go for that scroll fragment. I do want to go for that extra stat though. And then we'll also go get I got the Garland thing. Yeah? See? You can parry them, knocks them out of the air. That's what makes it really good. Alright. Now then. Okay, I gotta go over here and then down. Oh, I was down there again. It's been a while. I forgot. It's a blueprint for a weapon called the War Javelin. But I will not be doing that right now, bro. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to deal with this guy now. I really do have to go and re-roll like the bone though too. It has full health synergy, which obviously I'm not gonna get using the health flask right now, or the face flask. I mean, I guess I am still okay. All right, that works. Whatever. I mean, I'm still at 100% now for some reason, but it's not gonna last. Okay then. Where was the cell door? Here. There's a forward cell door, and it was this one that I opened up right now. All right, and that leads you in here, which gives you this little bounty of jewels. All right, and then anyway, you go up here to the right, and there's your real prize. Literally the best outfit in the entire game. Like, you cannot do any better than this thing. It's my favorite. All right. Well, with that done, let's get on out of here. Let's mosey, boys. Mushroom boys. Only way to play Tax beside Gilded Yumi. I mean, God, I gotta go get the Gilded Yumi. I haven't even fought that boss just yet. Well, we'll do it later. This is not the time. Now I gotta get that outfit. Have you not gotten it yet? Oh, you're missing out. All right, unfortunately, Mushroom Boy is not going to be doing me too good here, but you know what will? Not any of this. No, yes, this, but one of these things. Masochist, here we go. I'm going to go grab that then, and we'll put the rest in there, whatever. Sure. Like I said, 50%. Ugh. Oh, come on. Do I have any sort of like poison synergy? No. Do I have any fire synergy? No. Nah. Freeze, no. Frozen. Stunned. No, I'm not going to be able to stun anything. Poison. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Finally back, performing for you, first member of the DK crew, etc. Masochist, please, and then, I don't know, like, what, maybe, I don't know. Counterattack, eh. Combo? No, that's not really that good. I guess just keep giving me Midas Blood, whatever. I need to unlock some more mutations at this point in time. Jeez. Alright. In to the Guardian's Haven. Now this is the boss you actually need to fight to get the 5th boss cell, which they do not tell you. Let's have a chat with this Nintendo Donkey Kong boss. Hey, it's me. Yep. Actually, no, it's just the outfit. It's, you know, it's how that works. DK Bongos. And Donkey Kong actually was a hand and head boss back in the Game Boy game. Donkey Kong 93, I think it was. Also has fought quite a few of those. I think about like Tiki Tong. You know, it was also a common thing like Kirby games. It's a common thing like Mario games. Think about like iRock and everything. A bunch of stuff. Anyway, we're talking about Nintendo lore when we're with this giant skeleton on screen. All right, Mushroom Boy, you're out here. So this boss, very, very just so incredibly good to have a shield with, because then you don't have to do the entire dodging thing. You can just kind of mash parry and get that done. Now, the one thing that's very bad about this boss is that big hits don't really do too much, unfortunately. So it's a little bit rough to deal with there, but otherwise is good. Yeah, there's some good damage. But it's just like, yeah, it's otherwise just like pretty good. Charges up attacks every time he gets an attack off. His pauldrons will light up when I get all 3. Yeah. And the reason why I took Masochism here is that those crystals falling from the ceiling right now counted as trap damage. And that means that, you know, one of the least predictable parts of this fight is just totally and completely, I'm not going to say trivialized, but made a lot easier to deal with if you do that sort of thing. Still, though, pretty good. I'm not using these eye lasers, or lack of eye lasers, as the case may be. Let's make it a lot easier to dodge around that stuff. Didn't really matter. Taken down, good. Ugh, shield, though. Shield's the way to go with the old giant. Gonna be a rough one, especially if you don't have, like, super good builds, super high DPS, everything like that. Dear Lord, this weapon is good. I know, right? Play Dead Cells using the DK Bongos. I have the DK Bongos, by the way. I owned a Donkey Kong, whatever the thing was, starring Evanescence back in the day. Like before. Use this build to complete my 4-cell run? I mean, here it is. They don't tell. It's so frustrating. They don't tell you. Oh, just give it to me. Get out of here. See you next run. Hey, we get the giant killer. A boss killing speciality. It does critical damage and a lot of extra critical damage against bosses. Not as good against regular enemies, but it is a great, great item. All right, everything else, though, you know, get stats and everything. Good. Bongo me, daddy. Oh, I would. I would DK Bongo you all the time. And also go over here. And because this is kind of like a more difficult boss to fight, at least if you're not using the build like this, I guess, you can go right to the throne room, which I'm going to do. Hooray! Technically, I've kind of already completed 4 boss cell by beating the giant here because, you know, I got the cell. We can go on to 5 boss cell now. Well, let's at least go finish the run here. Get 2 because I did that because, you know, I'm dipping out of here a little bit early. Do get 2 extra stats, which I do appreciate, but, you know, not really all that important. 29 brute. Yeah, I told you. And that's like missing, what, 3 cursed chests over the course of this run? It's not bad. It's not bad. All right, Mushroom Boy, get out here. Let's do it. What's your crit damage now? I can check in a second. What are your feelings on Taunt? I have not used Taunt enough. I haven't even done the the showcase run of it just yet. Here, let's what do we got? 38,000. There you go. All right. Just go hit the hand directly into the briny deepest there. Whoa, that was weird. Blah. And then also get Vengeance up and everything too. Perfect. Mushroom Boy. Yeah, Mushroom Boy's still great. I love Mushroom Boy. Everybody should love Mushroom Boy. Oh, bro! Wow. First major hit of the entire run. Can you believe it was that one? Oh, okay, you're going for that. Ooh. But that's what it looks like if you get hit a lot in this difficulty. There we go. Done! Bro, that was one of the worst... The worst hits that I could have taken. I keep taking it against the regular enemies, not even the boss. Ridiculous. Embarrassing. Shameful, even. And we have almost 100,000 gold here. Still nothing. 5 boss cells, which I actually do have the ability to do now. But for the time being, there we go. 4 boss cell. Accomplished first try. First try. Oh, tell me the name of God, you fungal piece of shit. Okay, anyway. The rude homunculus kill. I mean, whatever works, really. Oh, man. All right, well, good run. Got a lot done there. Hey, and you know what? Before we end this, the actual blueprint that I wanted to go get here. Well, what is it? There's actually like a specific way you got to go do this. Yeah, like jump up here, jump over here. Homunculus, damn it, come on. Homunculus rune into this. Will you stop falling off of that? Maybe I need to like roll in there. I can't remember exactly how this goes. It's been a while. Yes, I do think I need to actually roll in there. And there we go, disengagement, my favorite for high cell difficulties. Of course, we'll do. You go get that next time or something. All right, there we go. Finished up with that. Now, do y'all want to watch me? Y'all want to watch me? Monster Girl Tears. What is it? Tiermaker.com. Right. Let me take a look. Monster Girl.